Now on 3AW, the real estate show, thanks to Rain and Horn. With 142 years in Australian real estate, trust Rain and Horn to guide your real estate journey.
Jaden Mano, licensed estate agent, auctioneer, Rain and Horn, Sunbury and Essendon. Good morning, Jaden.
Good morning, Darren. Good to be out of the heat.
Oh, you say it's getting hot out there already. I'm reading the temperature as 31 degrees already.
It's warm.
It's warm. On our way to a top of 40.
Yep. I've got another 4 inspections after this.
Oh, have you?
I'm going to melt. I'm going to melt.
Have you had any auctions yet this year?
No, I think my first one's in 2 weeks.
Do you love doing the auctions? Because you're an auctioneer as well.
Love them.
Do you?
Love them. I've been doing them forever.
Yeah.
I wish I could do them every day.
Are you a fast at it or a slow auctioneer? Like the cattle auctioneers, bit of it now, one down the front here at 360. Oh, there's another one, and one like that, or a bit more relaxed.
I'd get tongue-tied, I reckon. I'm probably a bit slower in my speech.
Yeah.
But when the bidding is when the bidding's active, I like to put the heat on.
Yeah, good.
You know, keep them on their toes.
It's still a great way to sell, and for the person selling, if you've got two or more that are interested in the property,
well,
can keep on going, can't it?
Yeah, I was going to say it only takes 2 to tango, and then it can get really competitive. And I've got to tell you, the market has really picked up. We were slow for a little while, sort of early last year, but probably from mid last year onwards, it's really getting buoyant out there, which is good to see. It means people are back out there. There's more confidence.
Yeah. The lines are open, of course, 133 693. If you've got any real estate questions or you've got a story you'd like to share, we'd love to hear from you about anything in the industry. I heard a magnificent tip. You know how staging can be so expensive it's not funny? A friend of a friend is selling their place, and the agent said to him, he said, we'll have to get a bed from somewhere from one of the bedrooms, which was a study, but in the sale they wanted to make it a bedroom because it's a bedroom.
Yep. And
he said, we'll have to go and buy a bed or borrow. He said, no. He said, you get some cardboard boxes, you buy an inflatable double mattress, which will cost you $40 or something.
Yep.
You pump it up and you put a valance on it, and you've got an instant bed.
Absolutely. You can actually buy these cardboard things that fold out, and you just put your doona on top.
Really?
I've seen milk crates. I sold a property, it would have been a million years ago, and someone had all these milk crates in the shed, and they just set up the bedroom with milk crates and just put a doona on top. And for the photography, it didn't make a difference. It looked pretty good.
Yeah.
Blow-up mattresses from Kmart, pretty common. That's usually when people style their own homes.
Yeah.
If we get the professionals in, they do use real beds, of course.
But that's not a bad little tip, is it?
Great little tip. Styling can be quite costly. It's an investment, but it is so important to add to the character of the home.
Yeah.
So whatever works.
Would you think it's, at the minute, it's early doors for the year, the start of the year, of course, but do you think it's a bit of a seller's market at the moment? There are quite a few buyers around, would you think?
I think it's quite evenly placed.
Right.
I think it's evenly placed. Look, there are certainly there are some properties. I mean, look, in any market, good properties will always sell well and will always be competitive. So I think that's the case no matter what. What I'm seeing now is there are evenly placed sellers and buyers in the market. I had 3 inspections already this morning, all of which were pretty well inspected.
Were they?
Admittedly.
How many people?
Between sort of 5 and 9 through
That's
each
not
one.
bad, is it?
I think a lot of folks are trying to get out of the heat, though.
Yeah, right.
It'll be interesting to see what happens at 2 o'clock today when it's 42.
Oh, yeah. Bruce has called through. Good morning to you.
Good morning, lads. Great to speak with you. I'll tell you what, I was a little bit disappointed this morning hearing on the news, Darren, that NAB had raised their interest rates, and it turned out that, Commonwealth Bank did just the other day, which I didn't hear about. But look, for the young folk, it doesn't affect me, but for the young folk or the other more people out there buying houses, mate, they do not need this, escalating their cost. Now, you know yourself, the banks make enough money, but they want more, Darren. They want to get further into our pockets. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, look, it's for the young ones, I don't know how they're affording it. With the price of real estate being what it is, how do you get into the market? And when the fluctuation in interest rates to the point where it's being increased again, it makes it hard, doesn't it? Do you agree with that, Jaden?
Yeah, Bruce, I think you're spot on there. And Darren, it is true. I think when interest rates are around 2% and then they grew to 5.5%, I think that was a really tough pill to swallow for almost everyone. These days, the slight interest rates, the reality is they might add $50 to $100 a month to the mortgage, but hey, for some people, $50 to $100 a month is it's a big whack when you're at the very tip of your budget.
Yeah.
So Bruce, I agree 100%. I think it's about time the bank started putting them down.
Yeah, well,
Personally.
that's it. But having said that, Bruce and Jaden, when we first bought our house, we signed up for a loan and it was 11.4%.
Yeah.
And then Hinchy broke, Darren Hinch. He had quite a few properties on the go and then lost the midday show. So there was no income. Yeah. And at that stage, I don't know whether you remember it, interest rates went up to 18%.
18%. I've met quite a few folks who told me that they signed up at 17%, 18%. I mean, it's all relative, isn't it? I mean, your average house price back then would have been anywhere from 150 to 300,000.
Yeah.
But today first home buyers could spend anywhere from for a house from 600 up to 850,000. So any small rate can certainly affect your bottom line.
Yeah, absolutely.
But gee whiz, I tell you what, if it hit 18% today, I think it'd all be over.
It'd have to be, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah.
It couldn't get that high again.
No,
surely.
I don't think so. Look, I think things will probably. I think they have to stay steady.
Yeah.
I think if they went through another, campaign of raising, I think it'll almost decimate young buyers and almost any buyer. I think.
Yeah.
So let's hope that doesn't happen.
No, that's right. Good on you, Bruce. The lines are free. Give us a ring, 133 693. We're talking real estate with Jaden Manno, licensed real estate agent at Rain and Horn at 17 to 12. Now, just a reminder too that this weekend Harvey Norman has 10% in bonus gift cards when you spend $500 or more. Check it out. Offer ends tomorrow. Charlie, good morning.
No, good morning, guys. How are you?
Yeah, good, Charlie.
Charlie.
That's good. I'll just ring up. I've got a question regarding, I'm in a bit of a dilemma, I guess, whether to keep or sell for 2026. So I didn't know whether it sounds like it's going to be a good year. So is it better off to hang on or sell now?
What's the property? What have you got? Is it your family home or an investment?
Yeah, an investment. Sorry, it's an investment property.
Charlie, my only question would be the motivation behind you selling the property. If you're selling it because you want to do other things with your money, invest better or free up some capital to improve your lifestyle, Charlie, sell it. If you're going to try to time the market between this year and next year, that's really a crystal ball scenario. We don't really know. Anything could happen. But I've got to tell you, Charlie, I don't know where your property is, but by sort of, overall, things are going pretty well in the market.
Yeah, no, sounding positive, which is good. And
where is it, Charlie?
It's over in Williamstown.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's a lovely area, isn't it?
I mean, beachside suburb.
Apartment or a house?
A house.
Oh, gee.
I'd be putting that on before Easter while the weather's still good. If that was
okay.
Charlie, if you were my client or my brother or my uncle, I'd be saying, Charlie, get it ready. Get it going, because the weather we're having, beachside suburbs like Williamstown, I wouldn't be holding. If you are looking to sell, I think now's the time.
And the good thing is, Charlie, once it's sold, you don't have to get a briefcase full of cash and take it to Jacinta Allen's office and say, "Here, Jacinta, here's a gift for letting me own an investment property."
Spot on,
yes,
Charlie.
Yes, thank you. Thanks for all the support that I've had. Yes.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Thanks for all the support. Here's a briefcase with 10,000 in it. Are you paying the capital gain, the land tax?
Yes, unfortunately, which has driven me to the wall. And
it drives you to the wall. Do you mind me asking how much you paid this year?
Oh my God! What was it? To be honest, I've forgotten. 13,000, I think it was.
There we go.
It hurts to think about. I'd forget that too.
To $13,000 given to the state government for nothing.
Gee.
For nothing. Exactly.
For the honour of working hard and buying an investment property.
And the other thing that really beats me is I come from a poor family, so I worked pretty hard during my life to try and do what I've done. And I thought I'll get a couple of properties just behind me so that I'm not loafing off the government.
That's right.
So not only don't I have the handout from the government, now they're turning around and screwing us. So
that's it.
You're doing everything right to better yourself.
Everything right, yes. And now they're just turning around and
you regret it.
Yeah, well, I bought a little apartment as an investment and just sold it, and the relief, because it was East Melbourne, right? Now, you think that is a blue ribbon address, right? So, 10 years, real estate's meant to double in this country, right? This made a capital gains increase of $27.50.
Great. Well, at least you're up.
I didn't
Your
lose.
owner's court
After
fees would have been $4,500 a year.
Oh, no, after 10 years.
Yeah, gee.
Little apartment in East Melbourne. So I sold it, and the relief was outstanding.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
Thanks for the call. John, good morning.
G'day, how you going?
Yeah, good,
Hey,
John.
Look, I know this might be sort of marginally off topic, but again, the bank bashing thing and the people that ring up and pass comment about how it's all the bank's fault. I really struggle to get my head around the uninformed people that pass comment, and they clearly are uninformed. And it'd be great if you guys maybe defended the banks a bit, because they borrow money from overseas and they have to pay a price for it.
Well, that's
nobody
right.
asks people to borrow money. There's not a guy outside the bank twisting your arm, making you go inside and signing a
that's
contract
true.
to borrow money.
But it is the Reserve Bank put up the interest rates, but the banks normally charge over what the designated interest rates are, don't they?
No, you want to climb inside the reality of it. There's a big bowl of money on the planet, and the banks borrow money from that bowl like everybody else does, and they've got to actually get a return. And if they didn't do everything within their power to try and maximise the return on the investment, they get done over for that as well. And it's just, for as long as I'm 68, I've been listening to these talkback shows for decades, and it's all about people ringing up, bashing. I mean, next thing you know, you'll get Albert Sneezy and his crew calling for a royal inquiry into banks as another deflection. And maybe if, a lady in Melbourne get $200,000 a year to stand around with a stop-go sign wasn't part of the equation, which after all is all factored into the costs of building something, and people have got to borrow money to pay for that. The subject is so broad, it's staggering. And I guess that the problem I have is that all my children earn big bucks, and they were brought up thrifty. And one disappointment I have is that they just spend money like water. And somehow or other, their grandchildren are the ones that are going to wear it.
Yeah.
And I still to this day believe that people need to actually be informed, and they need to be informed by guys like you, channels like stations like this, to disseminate, fair and reasonable and accurate information. Is it not true that 40% of the cost of a build is taxes and charges? If we're all that worried about the cost of what a house or a flat or something costs, not only to build or to buy and sell, why do people keep voting in socialist left-wing governments that bankrupt the country and just keep coming after the assets that people have got tucked away in the background?
Look, you make some good points, but we're turning into an economics lesson, aren't we? With demand and supply, you could throw that in there as well.
Thanks, John. That was enlightening.
Bit of accounting. What is the current interest rate for a loan these days?
Oh, look, depending on where you go, I think we're still in the fives.
Yeah. Well, why am I paying 6.51 with the Commonwealth Bank?
You should ring my broker. He's very good.
Is he?
Yep.
Thanks, John. To Craig. Good morning.
Yeah, g'day, guys. I guess it's in a similar vein. I saw an article about a week ago suggesting that $320,000 of costs on building a new home comes from red tape. And,
I would believe that. I would believe that.
Well, no wonder the kids can't afford a home. Take $320,000 out of it. Get rid of these stupid stamp duties that were meant to go when GST came in. Get rid of the bloody land tax. Get rid of the stupid government who couldn't manage to keep a flower pot alive. Like, seriously.
Well, they're spending money on indoor plants for the new train stations.
Well, of course.
And hopefully they keep them alive because they've spent a bit of money on it.
But obviously, I deal with a lot of builders, and look, there is some truth to that. There is a lot of red tape. There is a lot of money that is spent that doesn't go to the build. I think if they could, if there perhaps wasn't as much red tape in with relation to building, we might get some better quality builds.
Yeah. That's true.
So, Craig, there might be something to that, mate. Who knows?
It's all about the quality. Thanks for the call. To Sylvia, good morning. Hello, Sylvia.
Hey, how are you?
Good, thanks.
That's good. Listen, sorry, just put the car in drive. Interest rates. the problem is there, excuse the French, they keep stuffing around with these things. Leave them, as soon as they go down, the housing market balloons up. And as soon as it goes up, obviously they can't afford it because everyone seems to have this opinion that when they when they get an interest rate, it's going to stay like that for the next 30 years. It doesn't work that way.
No.
This constant each month, up, down, it's going to go up 0.5%, it's going to go down 0.25%. Leave it at some sort of equilibrium or something like that. It's the constant buggerising around with it. I would think about the 18% as well.
Yeah.
I tell you what, though, there is something to that, because if you are, and I deal with a lot of young first home buyers, when they're at the maximum of their budget trying to buy something, every time the interest rates change, they almost have to go back to their bank or their broker and go through the pre-approval process again to work out what they can actually comfortably afford. So I think to a point, Sylvia might have some truth to what she's saying. If there was some consistency, it'd probably make things a lot easier for a lot of these younger buyers.
Fair call. Thanks for the call, and drive carefully wherever you're heading, Sylvia, on what is going to be a hot day. Jaden Mano, licensed real estate agent and auctioneer with Rain and Horn, Sunbury and Essendon. How many opened this afternoon?
So I've got another 4 after this one.
4?
I did have 5, but the owner rang me yesterday and said, Jay, you wouldn't believe it, our aircon unit has packed up.
Oh.
Maybe let's not open the property tomorrow. Let's wait till next week. And I said, Bill, great idea, mate.
I think it's a great idea too. Enjoy your day with those open for inspections. And
thank you.
Good of you to come in again, Jaden, on this hot day.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Take care.
Bye.